The clock on your phone glows, 11 p.m. You make yourself that fragile promise. Just 5 more minutes. I'll just scroll through this one last thing, then I'll go to sleep. 5 minutes bleed into 15. 15 stretches into an hour, and then you jolt back to reality, look at the clock, and realize it's somehow 2 a.m. Your eyes are dry, your mind is blank, but your thumb is still moving, scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. The next morning, you wake up exhausted, groggy, with a vague sense of guilt, knowing that some invisible thief just stole hours of your precious life, hours that were meant for rest, for your dreams, for you. That thief isn't a stranger. It's a sophisticated monster, a master illusionist, hiding inside our own brains. It wears 1,000 beautiful masks, the hilarious TikToks that make you laugh for a moment, the dramatic Twitter threads you can't look away from, the endless Netflix queue that's always waiting, that pint of Ben & Jerry's in the freezer calling your name, the Amazon deal of the day you just can't miss. Its name is the monster of instant gratification, and its weapon of choice is dopamine, the neurotransmitter of reward, of desire. If you're watching this video, it's probably because you are tired of fighting this monster every single day. You're tired of feeling stuck in a loop. You're tired of seeing your goals collect dust. You're tired of feeling like your life is slipping through your fingers like sand. But today, that changes. This isn't just another lecture. This is a map. This is the full dopamine detox guide you've been looking for. A complete protocol designed for you, the hero of your own story, to begin the journey of how to stop wasting your life, to hack your own brain, to forge an iron will, and, finally, to take back control from that monster. Does any of this sound familiar? What does your battle with instant gratification look like? Pause for a second and share it in the comments below. Let's turn this space into a war room for warriors, a place where we know we are not alone in this fight. To defeat an enemy, you must first understand it. The monster of instant gratification doesn't attack with a sword. It attacks silently. It erodes your willpower from the inside out, like termites hollowing out a great wooden pillar. How does it work? Imagine your brain has a natural happiness baseline. Every time you accomplish something difficult, a tough workout, finishing a challenging chapter of a book, completing a demanding project at work, your brain rewards you with a healthy, moderate dose of dopamine, a warm flow of satisfaction. It's the prize for your effort. But the monster comes along and whispers in your ear, offering a shortcut. It says, "Why work so hard? Here, watch this funny cat video, instant dopamine. Scroll through your feed, instant dopamine. Eat this slice of pizza, instant dopamine." And so we flood our brains with these cheap, high-intensity hits of dopamine that come far too easily. Over time, your brain develops a tolerance. It's just like listening to music on a speaker. At first, 50% volume sounds great. But if you keep blasting it at max volume, the speaker starts to distort, and your ears get used to the noise. To feel that same kick, you have to turn it up even louder. And soon, the beautiful music at 50% volume sounds dull and lifeless. Our brain is the same. When it's bombarded by instant dopamine, the dopamine receptors, to protect themselves, become less sensitive. They retreat. They go into hiding. And what's the result? The healthy activities that once brought you joy, reading, taking a walk, having a deep conversation, suddenly feel boring and pointless. You can no longer find pleasure in them. You lose the motivation to pursue long-term goals. Learning a new language over 3 years seems exhausting and far away compared to the immediate high of binge-watching a new series overnight. You feel empty, anxious, and irritable without your phone. It's no longer a tool, it has become a part of your body, a life support machine for your soul. Your life becomes a series of reactions to notifications instead of a proactive creation of what you desire. You aren't living your life. You are living the life the algorithms want you to live. This is the moment the hero falls. Not because you are weak, but because you are fighting an unfair fight against an enemy programmed by thousands of the world's brightest engineers to exploit the most primitive parts of human biology. But in every great story, the fall is not the end. It is the beginning of a greater journey. It's the moment the hero hits rock bottom, looks up, and realizes they must change. They must find a new weapon, a different path. And this is the weapon you need. A proven protocol, not for a 24-hour challenge you'll forget, but for creating lasting change. This is the plan to reset your brain. It consists of 3 phases. Think of these as the 3 chapters of your training manual. Phase 1. Preparation. Burn the boats. This is the foundation. It's the hardest but most critical step. You can't build a skyscraper on a weak foundation. This phase determines 70% of your success. It involves 3 actions. First, define your why, your lighthouse in the storm. This is the most important question you will ever answer. Turn everything off, sit down with a pen and paper, and face yourself. Answer with brutal honesty. What will happen if, in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, you are still living this way? Close your eyes and visualize it in detail. Picture yourself still stuck in a job you hate because you never had the focus or discipline to learn a new skill, to build your own career. Picture your health declining, your body feeling heavy and sluggish, your mind foggy from a sedentary lifestyle and poor eating habits. Picture your real-world relationships with your family, your closest friends, fading away because you've invested too much time and energy into virtual connections and pointless online arguments. Your why must be powerful enough, painful enough, to ignite a fire within you. Write it down. Post it where you can see it every day. It will be your compass, your lighthouse to guide you when the storm of temptation hits. Second, elimination, decluttering the mind. To plant a new garden, you must first pull out all the weeds. There are 4 categories of dopamine junk that you must eliminate during this phase. No negotiation, no exceptions. Hypertechnology. Social media, streaming platforms, video games, gossip forums, and negative news. Do the brave thing. Delete the apps from your phone. Use browser blockers. Do not trust your willpower right now. This is your burn the boats moment, leaving no path of retreat. Unhealthy sexuality. Pornography and swiping-based dating apps. They turn you into a slave to swipes and messages from strangers. Toxic consumables. Alcohol, drugs, and especially junk food, sugary drinks, and processed snacks. You cannot purify your mind if you continue to flood your body with chemicals. Thrill-seeking behaviors. Gambling, sports betting, and even obsessive online shopping. They are the pinnacle of addiction, built on variable rewards. Third, set the timeline. Give your brain at least 7 days on a complete dopamine detox. 7 days, 1 week. It's enough time for your desensitized dopamine receptors to begin the process of healing and rebalancing. Phase 1 sounds extreme, like major surgery, but it's the strong medicine needed to cure a chronic disease. If you understand this and you're ready to begin the first chapter of your training, show me that commitment by hitting the like button right now. Let that be your first oath. Phase 2. Execution. Embrace and replace. Once you've cut off all the sources of cheap dopamine, a feeling will wash over you. It's guaranteed. A feeling that modern society has taught us to fear and run from at all costs. That feeling is boredom. You'll feel restless, uncomfortable. Your mind will scream for stimulation. This is your brain's withdrawal. And the hero's task now is not to run, but to embrace it and endure it. Sit with that boredom, observe it, feel it. See boredom not as an enemy, but as a necessary silence, as a fertile, empty field where new seeds can finally grow. And you don't have to just sit there all day. During this phase, we will replace the toxic habits with 3 golden activities every single day. These will provide a healthy, sustainable flow of dopamine, like a gentle, nourishing stream instead of a destructive flood. 10 minutes of self-reflection daily. This is the most important part. Meditation, journaling, or simply sitting in silence. This is when you start to hear the voice of your own soul again. 30 minutes of movement daily. A walk, yoga, a bike ride. Movement is the highest quality, natural dopamine you can get. It's the reward for physical effort. 1 real connection daily. Pick up your phone, not to scroll, but to call someone. A real conversation, hearing their voice. Tell them about your journey. You might just become the inspiration they needed. Phase 2 is the real battle with your old self. It's difficult. But with each passing day, you will feel stronger, your mind clearer. If you know someone who is also struggling in this battle, don't hesitate to share this video with them. Together, we can build a powerful army. Phase 3. Restoration. Rising from the ashes. After 7 days of training, you've defeated the monster. Your mind is clear, your will is forged. So what now? Go back to your old life? No. This is where the hero is reborn. This phase is inspired by a brilliant concept from the author Nassim Nicholas Taleb, called anti-fragility. Think about this. A glass cup, when struck, shatters. It is fragile. A rubber ball, when squeezed, bounces back. It is resilient. But in Greek mythology, there is the Hydra. Every time you cut off one of its heads, 3 more grow back, even stronger. That is anti-fragile. Becoming stronger from shocks and chaos. The goal of this phase is to turn you into the Hydra. You don't just go back. You build a new life, an upgraded version of yourself. You become stronger because of the scars from the battle. Now, you can begin to reintroduce things you cut out, but you do so with intention. You do it as a master, a king surveying his domain, not as a slave. Before you reinstall an app, ask yourself these powerful questions. 1. Does this serve the person I want to become? 2. Does this align with my core values? And 3. Can I use this in a controlled way to extract value and discard the toxic parts? For example, you might reinstall Instagram, but only to follow artists who inspire you, and you use a timer for 20 minutes a day. You are the master. Instagram is the tool. You go in with a purpose, accomplish it, and get out. You might watch Netflix, but only on a Saturday night, to watch one specific pre-selected movie, instead of letting the algorithm lead you down a rabbit hole. Do you see? The power is now in your hands. You have the ability to choose, to filter, and to keep only the best. You have turned the monster that once controlled you into a servant that serves your purpose. So there you have it, the entire manual. A journey from the fall, to finding the weapon, to training, and finally to a powerful rebirth. The monster of instant gratification may be defeated, but it will never completely disappear. It's still there, lurking in the shadows, waiting for moments when you're tired, when you let your guard down. New, more sophisticated versions of temptation will always appear. The hero's journey is not a destination. It's a continuous process of awareness, training, and choice. This dopamine detox protocol isn't a one-time pill. It's a toolkit, a way of life that you can return to whenever you feel yourself losing your way, like a maintenance check for your mind. The greatest value it gives you is not sobriety from technology. It is freedom. Freedom from the manipulation of algorithms. Freedom to choose where you invest your time and energy. Freedom to become the best version of yourself. A person who lives with purpose, with depth, and who is always moving forward. This journey is not easy, but it is worth it, and you do not have to walk it alone. If this video gave you even a single spark of light, a single ounce of motivation, hit that like button to spread it, to fuel yourself, and to fuel me. Drop a comment below about the biggest challenge you're facing, or a commitment you've just made. Every comment is a brick in the foundation of our community of warriors. Share this with a friend, a co-worker, a family member who you think needs to hear this message. And most importantly, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Because the battle with the monsters within is a long one, and I will be here with you for every step of that journey, with new weapons and new strategies. Thank you, warriors. Our journey is just beginning.